Sonnet 36 by William Shakespeare, 1565 to 1616. Let me confess that we two must be twain. Although our undivided loves are one, so shall those blots that do with me remain, without thy help, by me be borne alone. In our two loves there is but one respect, though in our lives a separable spite, which though it alter not love's sole effect, yet doth it steal sweet hours from love's delight. I may not evermore acknowledge thee, lest my bewailed guilt should do thee shame, nor thou with public kindness honour me, unless thou take that honour from thy name. But do not so. I love thee in such a sort as thou being mine, mine is thy good report. Okay, so this is another sonnet by William Shakespeare to the fair youth. And this is where Shakespeare says, okay, this has got to be the end of our relationship. We need to split up. We can't carry on like this, or at least I can't carry on like this. And we've got to stop any relationship between us. So this is a splitting up sonnet. Let me confess that we two must be twain. So I have to confess, I have to admit that we must be two, we must be separated, we must come apart, we must be twain. Although our undivided loves are one, although our love for each other makes us one person, we must be apart. We've got to be apart, we've got to separate. So shall those blots that do with me remain, without thy help by me be borne alone, so that the blots, the bad things, the things that I'm angry about, the things that I'm upset about, the things that I continue to be upset about, the things that perhaps I haven't forgiven you about, that I must bear these things alone. Yeah, without thy help, I must do the. I must work out my upset with you alone. Because yes, you've been unfaithful, maybe only in spirit, but this is something that I have to bear alone. In our two loves there is but one respect, so our love for each other makes us one, though in our lives a separable spite. But there is spite, there is anger between us, because of the wrong that you did in the past, fair youth. There is anger, there is spite between us, which though it alter not love's sole effect, which although the fact that it doesn't mean I haven't stopped loving you, I still love you, yet doth it steal sweet hours from love's delight. However, I don't quite feel about you the same way as I did before. I still love you, but not quite in the way I used to. I've lost my confidence in you. And this decreases, it steals sweet hours from love's delight. It decreases the love that I have for you. It changes the way. I may not evermore acknowledge thee. So we need to stop this relationship. I'm not going to acknowledge you anymore. We have to split up, lest my bewailed guilt should do thee shame. So here Shakespeare is saying I feel guilty. Yeah, I don't want the shame of my guilt, of my culpability in this to be associated with you. So Shakespeare's blaming himself as well. Why he's blaming himself, we don't know. But, well, maybe for driving the fair youth into the arms of another. Or maybe for the way Shakespeare has reacted to this. But he doesn't want the shame of how Shakespeare has reacted to stick to the young man. Nor thou with public kindness honour me. So you shouldn't acknowledge me in public either. Yeah, don't. I don't want you to acknowledge me unless thou take that honour from thy name, because by being associated with me, yeah, not by being publicly associated with me, then you will take honour away from your name. Your reputation will be dishonoured by association with me for the guilt that I have in this. But don't do it. Yeah? I love thee in such sort as thou being mine is thy good report. So my love for you, our love in essence is the same, and I want to protect you, because your reputation and my reputation are the same, and my good reputation is the same. And if you honour me in public, if you keep talking to me, if you want to be with me again, that's no good, because the scandal or the dishonour of my guilt will affect you, and I want to protect your reputation, because that protects my reputation too. So the question here is, why does Shakespeare feel guilty? Yeah, he feels that he shares some of the guilt for this. So as I said, maybe he feels bad for the way he reacted, or perhaps he feels responsible for driving the youth into somebody else's arms. Okay, so anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 36 by William Shakespeare.